year-round, we champion Black women's leadership. So it is especially important that we take a moment to think about and reflect how the Black women who came before us have led us to be the leaders that we are today. So we're going to take a moment to discuss our reading for the month, When and Where I Enter. And I would love to hear from you all about the women outlined in the reading in text on who has inspired you and how you apply their advocacy to your own efforts on your campus and within your broader community. So anyone can share at this point, so please feel free. This is an open conversation.
I can go.
Awesome. Thank you, Asia.
So the activist that really resonated with me was Fannie Lou Hamer. She was born, raised, lived in Mississippi. I'm a Mississippian. So I've always loved Fannie Lou Hamer and just her activism and all of the amazing work that she did. And I think what kind of sticks out for me in her activism is that something that about her life that gets left out a lot is that she was a victim of forced sterilization, which during the time was known as the Mississippi appendectomy because it was happening so often in the state. And that is something, an event in her life that really inspired a lot of her activism. And I really also admire just the passion that she had for the issues that she was advocating for. I know in the book it mentioned that she said that she was known and called by many as, the angriest woman in Mississippi. And because of how passionate she was about what she was doing. And just to know that she, experienced so much in her life, was raised by sharecroppers. My grandparents were also sharecroppers, so I'm a little bit familiar with that and that lifestyle. And it's just really inspiring that she was, from a very small town and was able to do so much. And I just really feel like her activism is not talked about as much. So yeah, I think in my own activism, I just want to kind of I guess model my activism after hers in terms of channeling the anger that I feel about certain things that go on in the country and in the world, and kind of channel that into, determination and hard work and, not being scared to be labeled as the angriest woman in Mississippi.
I really enjoyed reading about Ida B. Wells. As a person who's in communications, I like to kind of consider myself a journalist, even though my major is TV and film. I just admire her work. And actually, I had a whole different assignment in one of my classes that spoke heavily about her as well. And just the fact that she spoke out against so much, despite how dangerous it was to do so at that time, is just mind-blowing to me. And I just applaud her because I think obviously during that time, it was just risky enough to be a Black woman living in the world that they were living in at the time. But the what she shared about the different lynchings and other hate crimes that were happening during the time is really something that personally I would be scared to do for my own safety and for my own life. So I just applaud her for knowing how important it was to speak out about those causes, no matter the risk and, no matter how dangerous that might have been for her and her life.